So today I tried looksmaxxing as an average brown guy. Us brown people are known to have the worst genetics out of all races. So let me explain. For the majority of my life, I've struggled with attracting the woman I want, and I always blamed it on things out of my control. But recently I came across this term called looksmaxxing, which basically means to maximize your looks, which also means the more sexier you look, the more chances of finally getting women. Looksmaxxing is basically looking good but on an extreme level. So this got me excited and hopeful, and I decided to try out looksmaxxing to see if it can actually help me become more attractive to women and finally maybe get a girlfriend. I am on a mission to prove to you that even if you currently look like a 3 out of 10, you can implement good habits and actions that will take you to at least a 9 out of 10. There are 4 main pillars that I'll be focusing on during this looksmaxxing journey. Number 1, face. So everything from the neck up. Number 2, body. Number 3, style. And number 4, finances. This is not just an average looksmaxxing video you've probably watched before. This is a full transformation from noob to Giga Chad. But let me tell you this, that this won't be easy at all. The face is probably the most important part of the looksmaxxing journey, as it is the first thing people see. This is how my face looks before looksmaxxing. Round jawline, terrible hairstyle, weird face structure, unclear skin that looks like road bumps, untrimmed facial hair, no contrast in face attributes, and just an unpleasant and ugly face to look at. Chopped! So I got to work. The first thing I decided to work on is my hairstyle. A regular Indian comb over ain't gonna cut it. It's literally the basic default preset that every brown guy starts with. And having a good hairstyle is a big deal that can make or break how attractive you look. So I experimented with different hairstyles that fit my head shape. I tried long hair, but it made my head look too big from the back. You know, like one of those bubble heads that this boom boom. I tried short hair, but it made me look like a little boy. I also tried this weird lesbian cut. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to go for a slick back because I saw Robbie from Cobra Kai pull it off, and I thought like I could look like him, but it just ended up looking like I have autism. But after ages of experimenting, I finally found out the perfect hairstyle for me. As you can see, your boy looks fly as hell, therefore making the hairstyle aspect of looksmaxxing a 10 out of 10. But this is only the start. I also decided to try some sea salt spray, and it was one of the best decisions for my hairstyle. Next, I focused on obtaining clear skin by reducing oil production on my face. Sebum, and I'm not talking about daddy sebum, I'm talking about sebum, which is basically face oil. Sebum is the main reason for acne, and it's caused by many things like bad diet, processed food, stress, and bad hygiene. I also found out that certain foods are big triggers to acne, like whey protein, dairy, seed oils, and I tried to also completely avoid processed sugars, but that was easier said than done. I also consistently wash my face twice a day to remove extra oil production, because that's what actually clogged my pores, aka acne breakouts. And after a workout, I always rinse my face with water. Also, here's something that I tried that I didn't realize could make such a big difference, and it's a secret, so I'm just gonna tell you. I focused on obtaining a contrast with my skin tone. So especially if you're black or brown, you know, the races that got nerfed, using items that will stand out on my face, like silver glasses, whitening my teeth, and a shiny silver earring and necklace, was a cheat code to looking more attractive. This actually took me a while to figure out because no one ever mentions it, but having items that you can contrast with your skin tone gives you that rich, majestic look. Also, the easiest way to get shiny white tea that I tried is to stop drinking colored drinks like Coke, chai, beta chai pilo, energy drinks, and all these sugary processed drinks, because they just stain your teeth and make it worse. So I only drank water and actually used these teeth whitening strips. This right here helped me get whiter teeth. During this journey, I tried to not get overwhelmed because there's so much I have to improve, but I stayed focused on improving everything one step at a time. I also decided to grow out some facial hair to actually look like an attractive man, rather than these gay little skinny white boys, you know, like these puffy hair TikTok cringe kids. But I found out that I actually struggled to grow full hair under my chin, so that's why I didn't grow a full beard. I also got inspiration from 21 Savage, yeah, that rapper, and saw how he has a really attractive and stylish mole. So I copied him. I basically bladed the top of my mole, and I also grew out a little French beard to complement that mole. I'd even contemplated getting an eyebrow slit. This is where it gets challenging, right? So I tried to lose body fat by doing cardio to remove some of the facial fat, which made my face look round, which took a while, as you could probably expect. But was it worth it? Does losing fat actually give you that sharp jawline? Which brings us to the next pillar of looksmaxxing, which is the body. So we are trying to optimize every part of ourselves as we possibly can to look the most attractive, Giga Chad, alpha male, and the body is the one that takes the longest but has the best results. Okay, imagine this. Imagine you get a girl interested in you because you've looksmaxed your face and you get her in your room ready to do the deed, you know? Yeah, oh yeah. Are you gonna keep your shirt on while doing the deed because you have belly fat? So I went on a mini cut and did 20 minutes of cardio every day, which wasn't easy. And I actually noticed a big difference. I got hollow cheeks and my jawline magically appeared. Yay! But there was one problem. I actually became skinny and felt weak because I did a cut to get lean, but I didn't even have any muscle to look good in the first place. I looked like I never even worked out before. So I started to take the gym serious to build muscle and put on size. I focused on a training style called hypertrophy or HIIT, where you basically progressively overload, which means increasing the weight every time you step into the gym, and you go to maximum failure, where you're fully breaking down the muscle so that next time you enter the gym, your muscle is twice the size. It's a really complicated topic that I would recommend you look into, and I also want to get bigger, so I'm actually currently on a bulk and started to eat clean foods so I can put on muscle ASAP, and focused on getting 8 hours of sleep every day so my muscles can recover quickly, which involved a lot of sacrifice and discipline, which as you can imagine was not easy at all. It's worth going through a period of isolation to master your body and diet so that when you do come out of that period, you come out as a new man, jacked and bigger than ever. Now that I've looksmaxed my face and body, I can't go outside looking like a circus clown, which brings us to the next pillar, style. My parents always used to pick and choose what clothes I wore for majority of my childhood, which was cool and all, but one day I realized that I started to look like someone who didn't even put effort into their appearance. And also one day I was at a party and a girl told me that I dressed like an old uncle, so that was a big slap in the face. Ever since then, I wanted to dress well as it's such an attractive trait when somebody can look stylish, but I didn't know where to start. And I also didn't have a lot of money, but I did find a solution to that. So to actually learn how to dress well, as it is a skill, I researched some rappers and celebrities and basically just copied their outfits. Look at my skin tone, I'm known for stealing. And I actually went down to the thrift stores and bought items that look similar to the outfits I saw on the internet. Here are some of the outfit ideas that I tried on for you to also get inspiration from. And also I didn't buy all these clothes at one time. I had slowly stacked my wardrobe over time, but I've recently just learned how to properly match clothes together from watching these rappers and celebrities. But the best thing that I learned from all this is that it doesn't actually matter what you specifically wear, it's about how it looks on your body. This is the harsh reality a lot of people don't want to hear, but if you are fat and have high body fat, no item will look the best on you. Whether it's a suit, whether it's a shirt, or whether it's a dress, if you're into dresses.
It's thinly cooked, it's 30 cooked, man.
I would recommend for anyone who's trying to get their wardrobe sorted to try and lose some body fat if you do have excess body fat, because it really does make a difference. But I know it will take a while, so just be patient, because I was patient and it worked out. And I also bought some necklaces and rings from Temu. Yeah, Temu, Emu? No, how do you say it? Bro, I don't got money to ball out on diamond watches. I barely even make money from this channel. But hey, if you're trying to help me make money from this channel, how about you subscribe, man? Because I'll be posting videos. Alright, enough of the promo, sorry. And I did buy some new shoes as well, which were on sale at the time. And all of that combined did indeed get the job done and made me look way more attractive and stylish. But there is still one more pillar remaining, and probably the hardest pillar to accomplish. There's no point of you looking your best and being super attractive if you can't even pay for the meal on the first date. I want to, at all costs, avoid being the guy that puts so much effort into himself but is okay with being in the same financial position 5 years, 10 years from now as he is today. You might not agree, but money literally runs the world, and without money, you and me are nothing. Money buys you your time on this earth, which is the greatest asset in life. Money buys you freedom. Money buys you happiness. You see, while I was researching looksmaxxing and the community around it, I realized that looksmaxxing itself is a really selfish, shallow, validation-driven idea where you try to look your best so you can get the validation from men and attraction from women. But I believe if we truly want to looksmax, we should do it for the benefit of those we love, to become the best versions of ourselves, to help people we care about. I want to looksmax not just for me, but also to improve the people's lives around me. I want to looksmax to become the best quality husband for my future wife, so then I can help her quit her job to take care of our kids, instead of sending them to some daycare for some stranger to look after. future. I want to looksmax to make money so I can retire my parents, so that they can enjoy the rest of their lives before they leave me. I want to looksmax to give hope to those who believe that they'll never be attractive, the same way that I did at the start of this video. And therefore, I've committed myself and my entire life, even after this looksmaxing video that I'm making, to work extremely hard to become wealthy, so then I can help the people around me in improving their lives as well, not just mine. And this is where I'm at in life at the moment, and this channel is a documentation of where I want to be. So if you want to follow along the journey, I would highly recommend you subscribe, because I want us to do this together.